So you guys can take it away.
All right. Thank you so much. Hi, Kiernan. You look
Hi,
amazing.
thank you. You too.
Okay. So I had so much fun listening to, Treat. I think I had a different idea of it going in, but it kind of reminds me of that old school I Love Lucy. You know how everybody would
Wonderful.
get around the radio and enjoy
Yes,
a story. Tell me,
the
how do
radio
you?
show.
Yes, it's so much fun. So tell me, how did you get involved, and what was your first thought when you read this script?
Yeah, I mean, the material was brought to me, and I think that I read the script knowing that this would be told on an unconventional medium for 2021, obviously. And that was the appealing part beyond the fact that I loved the story as well and loved the character and felt like I could do something interesting with her. But the idea of an audio experience and bringing a story to people in a way that is interesting, different, perhaps more convenient is very thrilling and very exciting. And I just felt like pumped to do something different.
Right. And you're used to being on sets for like a million hours a day, sitting in hair and makeup. Was this really cool to create something? I mean, it's really great. I can't wait to tell my friends can listen to it. Does it feel kind of thrilling to create something without all of the huff and puff, without the special effects, without all of the drama?
I really appreciate that. Yeah, it definitely felt like a much more insular experience and a much more distilled way of finding a character and getting into a character because you're working with so many less elements. And to me, Allie is already in her head all the time. And all of my most truthful performances have been the ones where I've been most dialed into my character's inner world that no one else knows about. So to have the opportunity to just do that and not rely on anything else, but sort of just my own sort of internal world and not even have to think about, makeup, hair, costume, props, this, that, movement, any of it, like to just distill it down was such a powerful experience and one that was very thrilling as an artist.
Right. And so I'm assuming that you did change the way you delivered. And I'm just assuming, did you change the way you delivered certain lines? Because you're not having to think about where your arms are, are you overacting with your voice? I was just so curious to know, what is it like to shift and to know you're not on camera and to have this experience?
It's a fine line because you don't want it to sound like you're overacting with your voice. You don't want it to sound that way, but there also is like this element of course, you have to heighten things if it's just your voice. But for me, what was more important was like really dialing into the emotion to a point where the honesty is flowing through your voice. So I think it always kind of came back down to like, how can I go as deep as I possibly can?
Right. I mean, I love Allie, and there's no way in hell I would be as strong as Allie is.
I know, she's a fighter.
Yeah, she's making these crazy decisions and really selfless decisions in regards to her brother. What are you able to have that kind of relationship on when you're shooting a podcast movie? Are you able to create that bond that you normally shoot on set? How was the relationship with your brother when it's all audio and how different is that?
It's so different. Like it really is sort of this interesting thing where you don't really feel like you feel like it is kind of a one-man show at a certain point. And it is entirely world building in your head in a way that is new and it's exciting, but it's different. It's very different. And I think for this podcast, like I was very focused on Allie. Like my focus had to be Allie, and the rest was very different and sort of imaginative in different kind of ways.
Well, girl, you nailed it. And I don't like Shannon, and I just want it on the record, but I've got beef with Shannon.
Look, I think Shannon will grow and learn. We're all they're young. They're young girls. They can figure it out.
Right?
Everyone makes mistakes.
Absolutely. It's my favorite Miley Cyrus song. So I totally
It's
get
one of the best. She's got a lot of good ones.
Yeah. Can you give me, without giving anything away, kind of a rundown of what the story's about for people that are curious?
Yeah, so basically Treat is about a picture perfect on the surface, idyllic town that has a very dark underbelly of a very haunting figure named the Piper that comes back, and we kind of see the story of this town flip on its head through the eyes of a protagonist named Allie West, and we see what she has to do and what she decides to do and who she decides to save, and how this 16-year-old girl that was already dealing with a bunch of stuff has to deal with even bigger stuff.
Right. Well, and I also had this question. Why would anybody take medical advice from the school bus driver? Right? I was really like, what the heck is going on here? But it is kind of, I mean, it is scary. And I caught myself with my eyes wide as I was listening to it. It reminds me of like Hocus Pocus, where,
it.
Yes. And I was wondering, like, is Halloween your holiday? Because when I looked you up and Halloween, you dominate your Google search results. I mean, everything is you in funny costumes. Is this your holiday?
It's funny. People keep telling me it's my season. I don't think so. Like, I enjoy Halloween. I enjoy spooky season, but I've always been like working during it. So I guess I'm associated with a lot of like Halloween adjacent things. Mm-hmm. But what I love about Halloween is like, it's kicking off the holidays at large, of which I am a big fan. Oh. So I'm excited for Halloween, and I love spooky season. And I think it rolls me right into my birthday, which rolls me right into Thanksgiving, which we're in Christmas before we know it. And then New Year's is fine. And then we're like off to a new year. I think like October to December are my favorite months of the year.
Okay. Well, I think that works. Yeah. But I'm kind of with you. I love Halloween, but like I'm thinking about putting my Christmas tree up.
I'm thinking about it so hard. I'm so excited.
All right. Now, I know that this might be out of the range of, something that bothers you or you're even concerned with. But when you were reading about this, because when I told my fiance I was listening to this, he was like, "What's a podcast movie?" Were you thinking when you got this idea, how do we market this? Like, how do we tell people about this? This is such a new medium.
No, not really. I thought it was more interesting. If anything, it's like, it's what separates it. Podcasts, obviously people love already. So it's already kind of digestible in that sort of way. If you tell people it's a podcast, everyone knows what a podcast is, but you say, but it's also a movie. Like that to me, I feel like it was sort of the hook is the podcast and the twist is that it's actually more than that, which it felt good. It felt sellable. And hey, if it doesn't, it doesn't, I think still we made something that I love and that was fun. So that's all I care about.
No, and it is so great. And I'm so excited about it. What is I said Hocus Pocus, because it does remind me of Hocus Pocus. There's, the bad guy that's trying to lure children. What would you say your favorite scary movie is? Or is it, could you compare this to anything? I don't know.
I think it has shades of it. I mean, obviously, but really, I think it kind of stands on its own. God, I love so many scary movies. I love Carrie. I've been thinking about Carrie a lot lately. Shining is obviously my favorite ever. The good old classics.
Right. And I don't know, Treat might become one of those things that everybody turns on Halloween. Like that's how cool this is.
I really would love that.
Isn't it? All right. What has the response been with your friends and family? Has anybody heard it that they're vibing? Does your mom and dad, like, how does that work?
I haven't heard it yet. No one sent me a link to it.
I feel so cool that I've heard it and you haven't.
I know. You're cooler than me.
I'm definitely not, but how exciting that you don't even know. And I'm telling you that it's the greatest thing I've heard this year.
Well, I'm so excited. I'm getting this press day has been making me really amped because people have been loving it. So that's thrilling.
Well, so I think I assumed it was true crime-ish, and then it was like scarier and cuter and like better than I imagined. But are you a true crime junkie? Is that something that interests you?
Yeah, I like true crime. I do.
And I feel like it dominates the podcast space, and that's
Mhm.
probably why I assumed that it was going to be true crime-ish, but it's really just an escape. It is such an escape. You can just turn it on and your head starts going crazy. It's the way that your character describes the environment. I just shut out the world around me and I saw everything, and it was just such a great escape. And I don't know, I mean, I was thinking, oh my God, she's so good. But I'm sure a lot of that has to do with the writing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a good quality project. I feel like I got lucky to even come in and offer up my services for even a minute.
Are you kidding? You're amazing. You're amazing. I'm sure they're thrilled to have you. All right, your favorite Halloween costume growing up?
Probably I did a Catwoman, and those photos will never see the light of day.
I've seen you as a younger cat. I saw that on the red carpet.
No, Catwoman. Very different.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
It was a great costume. It was a great costume.
Your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's, probably.
That's a good
Maybe.
answer. Solid answer.
I don't know. I eat candy year round, so I'm like, what's the difference?
Right?
But
exactly. Say, I've got Reese's stashed under my bed, and nobody can touch those except for me.
A peanut M&M is also great.
That's biblical. I totally agree. Are you going to go trick-or-treating this year, or are you dressing up this year?
I'm working on Halloween.
What is with you and working on Halloween? We got to get you a vacay.
I know. I do want to dress up though.
Yeah.
Everyone's been asking me today, and I didn't even think about it. And now I think I need to do something.
All right. Well, I cannot wait to see what you do, because your Instagram is the jam. So I know you'll post it there once you figure it out.
You'll know.
I know. I just bought a pair of pants from a girl you posted, the Soprano shirt. I bought her Princess Diana pants.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was based
did you do
on
Sopranos, or did you do another show?
Pardon?
Did you do Sopranos or another show?
No, I did the Princess Diana pants.
Amazing.
I know. And that's all because of you. You're such an influencer. Okay,
I feel like it. Thank you.
All right. I can't wait to see what you are for Halloween on Instagram. Congratulations on Treat. You are so talented.
Oh, you're so sweet. Oh my God, you're my hype girl.
That's right. Okay.
Me up today, Kinsey. Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
You too. Have a good one. Bye.